Jona, the biggest news on Wax this week was, of course, the introduction of the 5 Wax fee for new Wax Cloud Wallet accounts. What are our thoughts on that?
Yeah, sure. So, I think it's probably good to give the background why that happened. And it's a difficult situation for us because we're not the ones doing it here. That's the Wax team who are managing the cloud wallet, but we sort of understand what's going on. So there has been a bot issue with the cloud wallet for quite some time. Really, just driven by the fact that in some games, in some like play to earn games on Wax, it's beneficial to have a lot of accounts. So some people just wrote little scripts, little bots to automatically create cloud wallet accounts and then do something in these games to make like small gains, which add up, of course, if you have a lot of bots. And that's a problem because the Wax team is more than happy to give real users a free account, but they're not super happy with giving away thousands of accounts to bots every day. And that's what has been happening. And I know that they have been working to combat this for a long time now. And it's a cat and mouse game. It's like whenever they make a change, the bot has to make a change to adapt. And it's a problem. And I can truly understand that they don't want to subsidize that. And on a larger scale, if it becomes too much, it also becomes a bit of a problem for just the chain operation because these accounts take up space on like the physical machines that are running blockchain nodes. And so this addition of a 5x fee for creating a new account, that's really their way to put an end to it immediately. Not in the smoothest way possible, but just sort of like an emergency brake, I think. And this stops bots from being able to use it profitably, so that's good. At the same time, it makes it harder for new users to join Wax. That's not good. So, sort of our thoughts on that is that we can understand why it's happened, and we know that the Wax team will work on easing restrictions if at all possible. Like their intention is not to make it harder for people to get into Wax. They just need to get on top of the spotting issue. At the same time, we as Pink, as Atomic Hub, are also thinking about how we can deal with this, how we can perhaps help make the onboarding easier for our users. And I mean, we have a couple of ideas, but if we try to tackle it, then we will have to take on the bot issue. So it's not like we are all of a sudden immune from the spotting issue. So it's not an easy task to solve. But I think sort of the summary here is we're thinking about it. The Wax team certainly is thinking about it too. Nobody here wants to make it wants to make it harder for new users to join Wax. We certainly want to have a lot of new users joining Wax. We just need to make it happen in a sustainable way.
For sure, and I'm sure that everybody hates bots, but everybody knows that Wax is one of the easiest to onboard chains there is. So there's always going to be a balancing act. I suppose over time I think all parties involved will think of what the best solution is. Let's say. So once we pushed the new UI on the site, we had a couple of creators, especially, asking us about that new hero section and the 4 collections that are highlighted. Mm-hmm. And do you want to talk about our plans for that hero section?
Yeah, sure. So, just to clarify, in case maybe viewers aren't aware, like hero section, that's really just talking about the carousel at the top where we currently display like 4 different collections that you can rotate through. And right now it's simply like the top 4 collections sorted by volume, by market volume over the last 7 days. So that's really almost a placeholder at this point. Shows how the design looks, but of course, like if you look at it, then the question becomes like, how could we allocate these spots? How could we display some other collections there? And we haven't decided on it truly yet. Some ideas that are floating in our head, like of course it could still be like maybe the one collection with the biggest market volume. It could also be one pick by us. Maybe it's actually a creator's pick. That's something that's been going on the Discord server anyways. Not for this section yet, but sort of a creator's pick where all the creators can vote to pick one creator for that week to maybe be highlighted. Could be that we highlight them there. So it could also be an advertising space, not all for them, of course, but it could be one of those. Could maybe be to advertise a launch that is coming up. So there's a lot of ideas, but it's really, I think what it comes down to right now, it's more or less just a placeholder, and we're sort of thinking about how can we choose interesting collections for these different spots.
Sure. And as always, if anybody has any ideas, then feel free to let us know in our Discord.
Yeah.
So other than those two bits of news, what else have we been working on this week?
I wanted to say not a lot. That's not true, of course. We have been working on a lot, but I think not a lot of exciting stuff to share. Just small improvements, small fixes to what has already been going on, and then continuing on like redesigning some of the pages that haven't been redesigned yet. Working on that. Working on the NFT creator still. So yeah, just I don't know, moving along nicely, but nothing big to share.
For sure. I guess I'll provide a quick update on the whitelist requirements that I mentioned last week. I personally don't want to give a timescale as to when those will be uploaded. I am still adding bits to them. It seems like every day or 2 days there's some edge case that's not been included that I need to write a new line for. So that will be coming out soon though, and I do think it'll be a major improvement over what's currently on the site. It should make things a lot clearer, both from a creator and a collector perspective, of what we expect for whitelisted collections. So that should be coming soon. And on a note of hiring, we haven't talked about this for a while, but we are still looking for a variety of roles, I believe.
Yeah, we are, and we have been for a while now. We've constantly been hiring new people, which is exciting. But there's still room for a lot more. So we're hiring really on the engineering side. So any developers, definitely. Then also like UX UI design. But then also away from the engineering part, we would be hiring for like marketeers or customer support agent. Really a lot of stuff. And even if you don't find the perfect role that is matching your experience, if you still think that you can add a lot of value in Pink working here, and you have some skills that might be interesting, then we also always have the wildcard application. Always happy to see those. If there's someone really smart out there, we will find a way to hire them.
Absolutely. And hey, we're looking forward to seeing your applications. Jonah, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.